Have you ever wondered what it truly takes to achieve greatness? Behind every successful figure lies a story of sacrifice, ruthless decisions, and the kind of ambition that doesn't flinch at obstacles or people. In this video, we're not here to glorify success. We're here to peel back the gold plating and expose the iron underneath. Welcome to the ruthless truth about success. History is littered with names we idolize. Alexander the Great, Catherine the Great, Napoleon, Rockefeller, Jobs. But behind those titles and accolades were difficult choices, decisions that often came at the cost of morality, friendship, and even humanity. Let's begin by stepping into the shadows of greatness. We've all read the stories, the glamorous highlight reels of empires built, battles won, and fortunes amassed. But the real story, the one often left untold, is darker. Success, especially on a grand scale, rarely comes without casualties. And those who reach the top often have to climb over others to get there. Genghis Khan united the Mongol tribes, built the largest contiguous empire in history, and changed the world map forever. But his campaign was soaked in blood. He destroyed entire cities, left a trail of fear, and ruled through sheer terror. Was he a visionary leader or a ruthless conqueror? The answer, uncomfortably, is both. Queen Elizabeth I secured England's future, defeated the Spanish Armada, and reigned over a golden era. But her reign was also marked by political manipulation, strategic betrayals, and ruthless executions. Power doesn't allow for soft hearts, and Elizabeth knew that. Henry Ford revolutionized industry with the assembly line, gave birth to the modern automobile, and helped shape the American dream. But he was also accused of anti-Semitism, used extreme labor control, and crushed union movements. Was he a genius? Yes. Was he kind? Not always. The point here isn't to condemn, it's to understand. Success, especially historical success, often walks hand in hand with cruelty, pragmatism, and moral compromise. So let's talk about the ethical dilemma. We live in a time where morality is part of public discourse. But when we look back at history, we see a murky gray. Was ruthlessness justifiable or simply necessary? The truth is, many historical contexts didn't reward kindness. Compassion was a luxury, not a strategy. In a time of war, conquest, and limited resources, being nice could mean being dead. Niccolo Machiavelli didn't say, "It's better to be feared than loved," for nothing. Ruthlessness wasn't always a character flaw. It was often a survival tactic. But here's the catch. The very same qualities that built empires often destroyed lives. The dual edge of ambition cuts deep. It's the tension between what must be done and what should be done. Think of Napoleon, a brilliant strategist, a national hero, yet his ambition plunged Europe into war, cost millions of lives, and left a legacy of destruction. Or Steve Jobs, a visionary who changed the world, but also notoriously difficult, abrasive, left, and demanding. His relentless drive came at the cost of personal relationships. So what's the cost of success? It's easy to say hard work and perseverance are the keys to greatness. But in reality, success often requires sacrifices we don't want to admit. Many successful individuals sacrificed family, time, health, their sense of peace. In the pursuit of something larger than themselves, they often left pieces of themselves behind. And then there's the weight of consequences. The roads these leaders paved came at a price. For every empire built, someone else lost theirs. For every new invention, an old system collapsed. And for every success story we tell, there's a legacy of pain trailing behind it. These are controversial legacies. We still debate whether what they did was worth it. Were the ends worth the means? Can we celebrate innovation without ignoring the damage? That brings us to the lessons from the past. What does this mean for you? For us, we live in a time where success is still worshipped, but unlike in the past, we now have the privilege and the responsibility to reflect, to learn. Today's world is filled with political figures, CEOs, influencers, and entrepreneurs who still echo the ruthlessness of the past. Some disguise it better, some don't, but the patterns repeat. If history teaches us anything, it's this: power is addictive, ambition is blinding, and without awareness, we're doomed to follow the same cycles. So how do we avoid repeating those mistakes? Start by redefining what success means. What if success wasn't measured by money or followers or titles? What if it was measured by how much integrity you kept along the way? What if success meant becoming who you are meant to be without leaving destruction in your wake? We can learn from history without becoming it. It starts with empathy. When you lead, do so with compassion. When you build, build without exploiting.